30th Annual Arts in the Heart Festival. You are in the literary tent. We have next up on the schedule Takesha Perry. Takesha's been a performer here at Arts in the Heart for a number of years now. And she's a poet, she's a radio show announcer. She does it all. Anyway, give it up for Takesha Perry.
Have you ever had a crush on a man? Or wanted desperately to convince a friend that you were meant to be more? Well, if so, this is for you. I remember when I first saw him, how I shied away, how I wanted so desperately to hold his attention. But I did not know how to make him want to stay, so I stared at him, hoping he would make the first move. I was not the bravest woman, but I knew I wanted this dude. He fell victim to my eyes as he began to walk my way, but his intentions weren't the same. He was simply friendly. He introduced himself and smiled like 1,000 suns. I felt butterflies in my stomach swarm, and I thought to myself, he has to be the one. I fell victim to my heart, because that day will never come when he'll stare back at me and whisper, "You're the one." We can be friends. I'm still in love with you. Being a woman is a beautiful thing, right? But it's so much more beautiful when you realize what a treasure we truly are. This poem is meant to uplift our beauty, show our strength, and prove that we won't entertain anything or anyone who fails to acknowledge our self-worth. I'm every woman inside of me. Anything you want done, baby, I'll do it naturally. This is true. A queen is what I am. Curvy as a winding road, soft as a baby's toes, brown like fresh sap seeping from a forest trunk, hips that send visions of a home run. This is true, but I am still not your chick. This is true, unique I appear to be, eyes that sparkle like bling bling, enchanted pupils that make you grin, that's me. This is true, but I'm still not your boo. This is true, I am smarter, higher IQ than even you. Mystery fills my veins and courage is my fuel. So why in the world do you think I won't accept being treated so rude? Yes, I am more than the thick, full-figure beauty that you see before your very eyes. I am a treasure, a real life prize. Not your chick, not your boo. And because you fail to realize this, I'll never be your dude. So love is a beautiful thing, right? When it's done right. But it can also be a setup for a tragedy. Have you ever seen a woman being mistreated, or perhaps you were the victim yourself? This poem is near and dear to my heart because I lost a cousin to the abusive man who claimed to love her, yet murdered her. This is for you, Pumpkin. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. What you think is love may truly not. You need to elevate and find. I heard the scream. I was asleep, but it startled me, and I awakened. I heard the scream from the apartment below, and I woke up, turned on the light, and for some reason I was a bit shaken. Walked to the kitchen, contemplating like I usually do. What should I do, if anything? And why won't she just leave? This was a scheduled disturbance happening at least 3 times a week. They would begin arguing, probably over something small. Curse words would be exchanged. I could hear them through the wall. Belongings are thrown and promises to leave. But never will she exit. This time, she'll leave. She'll bleed because he promised that if you ever leave, I'm not gonna let you go. He said, I'll lose my mind. Indeed, he lost his mind tonight. With one shot, he shattered. All her words were left floating in the air, not yet spoken, but he didn't care. He ended her life and ran. I fell to the ground as I listened. What do? I had just heard a woman's life taken. I reached for the phone and called 911 and said, shots just came from apartment 2423 below me. I think her kids are home. Now, they're all alone. And their mother, because of a man, is gone. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. What you think is love may truly not. You need to elevate and find. God's gonna trouble the water. Are you slave by choice, or are you held against your will? Do you stand there with chains unlocked, but too frightened to head for the hills? Do you look to Massa for direction while Massa actually studies you? Confused about who you are or what potential you hold, while Massa already knows what you can do? Do you begin to run towards destiny with all determination in your eyes? Then at the first sign of trial, give up? Throwing your hands to the sky, asking yourself why? Everything I try never seems to go my way. Scorned by yourself, descended into sorrow, dismissing victory. So I ask you, my brother, my sister, are you slaved by choice? Living with a promise, but unable to hear your voice. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. All those can be found on the website, TakeshaPerry.com. Also, I have some spoken word videos with that particular book because spoken word videos, in my mind, brings it to life. It's actually, instead of just words, we actually have actors acting out the poem. So it makes it a little bit more fun, kind of like a music video, but with poetry. Have you guys ever allowed someone to make choices for you? Because you were afraid you weren't qualified enough, or cool enough, or talented enough to make your own? Well, this poem is for you. Hungry for something sweet, but not sure what I have a taste for. I ponder for a moment. I need something fulfilling, thirst quenching, taste bud satisfying. So I wander into the world to find my feast. Unprepared I am as I waver on my feet. What do I look for? What is good or considered bad? I have no idea. I look for changes in coloration, texture, and gloss. But is that how I truly inspect? Are these the things that will lead me to discover where the sweet fruit resided? I want to be sure, so I asked the produce man to help me to decide, guessing he knows much more about this than I. I gave him my trust and threw in my pride. This is just what you need, he said. As he dropped the fruit into my bag, I thanked him kindly and felt relieved, even though what he had given me was fruit I never had. Arriving at home, I unwrapped the sweet treasures and prepared to partake, only to discover the fruit he had given me was plastic and fake. See, I had trusted someone to choose for me. That was a mistake. They didn't know me, still I allowed them to make the final call. And because of that fruit inspector, I have no sweet fruit at all. Right? Some we can never plan for, some we feel like we didn't even deserve. But what do? You have to go through it. Makes you stronger. That's your heart burn. Although we go to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. We belong. They say as we get older, we get wiser. What if I skip that stage? long ago. But long ago it was, and since years have passed by, now I'm an adult without others controlling me, still I cease to rise. Perhaps this life and this hard journey will bring it to light. This is a hard journey, a place we must all go and a truth we must all face. They say we fall in love the first time. That will be a feeling that we will never forget. I beg to differ and remember the first heartbreak instead. The feelings that things aren't always easy and how people can change their minds, how loving someone is wonderful but losing someone can tear you up inside. This is a hard journey, a place we must all go and a truth we must all face. The first time we realize that we have outgrown our childhood, we are excited about the future. We're excited, but scared that we're leaving something we've always known and never again can replace. Although we go to the end of the road, still I can't let go. In the natural, you belong to me, I belong to you. Heart journey. I heard Obama. I was actually lucky enough to go to the inauguration in Washington. And when I did go, I was really inspired because it was like all different races, all different age groups, everyone there together to share in this moment of history. It was a really inspiring moment, and it was cold, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it. So we've come so far as a nation, and we've come so far as a people. We are the world, we are the future, we are the ones to make a better day, but let's start living. There's a choice we're making, we're changing our own lives. Let's make a better world, just you and me. Name. I knew that excuses would have to be thrown by the wayside. I knew that the words, the white man is holding me back, and that's why I am, or I lack what I lack, had to be thrown by the wayside. When I heard his name, I felt pride. I felt determination and drive rise within, knowing that lack was a thing of the past and that limits were his escort. I knew that who I am was a result of whose I am, and what I achieved was a present, earned, not given. After I heard his name, I knew that when teachers encourage little children in the classroom by saying, "Little Tyrone, you can be whatever you want to be," I knew that that was no longer a lie. He could. This time has finally came. My, oh my, this time has finally came. When you hear that name, it makes you want to cry. Not because of him, but because of what he stands in the place of. A struggle that many were murdered for, a right that we fought for. Don't tell me what you cannot do, because it's possible. Just realize it starts with you. When I heard that name, I knew. We are the world. We are the future. We are the ones to make a better day, so let's start living.